I'm Way 31 News anchor Demetria McClinton. Local stars will compete in this year's Stars Dancing for Heels, and is modeled after ABC's Dancing with the Stars and is the biggest annual fundraiser for Heels Inc. Now, Heels provides free school-based medical, dental, and optometry care to local children. The 10 stars will train with ballroom dancers and compete for the Crowd Favorite Award at the Von Braun Center. So I want to introduce you to one of our stars, Miss Carmelita Iglesias. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Of course. Now tell me, why did you decide to participate in this event?
Well, it's not necessarily the event that I decided to participate in. I decided to participate in Heels as the organization as a whole. So anything that we as a community can do to step up and help Heels, you know, is highly encouraged. And when I was given the opportunity to, you know, kind of become a champion for Heels, you know, there was no question about it. It was whatever I could do to help.
I love it. And speaking of whatever she can do to help, she's actually in first place in terms of fundraising. So far, you raised $31,525,000. Your original goal was $20,000, and just before we started this interview, her goal got bumped up even more. So now she has to hit $35,000. Tell me, how are you raising this money?
Well, a lot of it is, you know, with Mr. Williams, which is my boss at Frank Williams Dealerships, you know, he has got such a great connection with the community. So that was really kind of the first step in raising the funds. Generally, when he spearheads something, you know, people tend to follow. And so coming on as the presenting sponsor, that kind of allowed us to, you know, bring other community leaders in and carry the weight of the rest. And then really, a lot of it was just kind of having a really good time with it, just being silly, pushing it on personal social media, and then I also have just a tiny little incentive program going for all of my supporters. I'm going to be donating dental supplies on their behalf to the children that go to the Heels clinics.
That is such a great thing that you're doing.
Thank you.
Oh, I'd love to hear
Thank
that.
you.
So let's talk a little bit more about Miss Carmelita. She is the Director of Marketing at Frank Williams Dealership. You spearheaded a shoe drive for Heels. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So during the month of November and December of last year, we chose Heels to be our hometown charity for an event called Share the Love through our Subaru dealership. And in addition to that, when we were really kind of starting to build the campaign, we learned about the incentive program that Heels has for all the children that come in for their annual checkups, which is to switch out their old used shoes that they're wearing in that moment with brand new athletic shoes. And I had the honor of kind of being a part of that and seeing some of the shoes that had been switched out in the past, and they are not shoes anymore. The soles falling off, laces just, you know, disintegrating. They're not warm, they're not comfortable, and these are the only pairs of shoes that these children have. And so that was something that we all as a dealership felt like we wanted to get behind and make sure that we could get as many shoes collected as possible. And I do believe we got somewhere upwards of 100 pairs of shoes
100.
And 170 pairs of socks.
That is amazing, amazing. We have about like 20 seconds left. I want to ask you really quickly, what surprised you most about this process?
The fact that I can move. The fact that I can dance.
What dance are you doing, and why were you so surprised by that?
Well, we're doing salsa, and I'm probably the most stiff human being on the planet, so the fact that I can move in that way is very surprising.
I think you're just telling a tall tale. I know you can dance. I know.
Thank you.
Well, I am so excited to see you on the dance floor. I know you're going to do great. Thank you for raising so much money for this great organization.
It's been my honor.
Definitely. Well, the event is on November 1st at 6 p.m. at the BBC, and Way 31 is a proud sponsor. I will also serve as Mistress of Ceremony. Plus, all month long, you can catch more interviews with the stars. It is all here at waytv.com.